Thanks for joining us once again. It's yet another Friday, and we're here on Good Morning Cross River to bring you loads and loads of packages for your viewing delight. As usual, we always say thank God it is Friday when it's Friday, and of course you know that we bring you Works and Urban Renewal every Friday. My name is Inten Ekbang. As you can see, I'm not alone on the show. My colleague is here.
Certainly, it's always a pleasure to be a part of your every morning, especially when it's Friday and we have to scream, thank God it's Friday. It feels so beautiful after the long working week, and then Friday comes and you just know that, okay, weekend is here.
It's just by the corner.
Wow, rest is by the corner as
after
well.
After a long working week,
so good.
You just have to go and rest, as it were.
And even when you have to go to work on Friday, you just wake up with that thing at the back of your mind.
After work today, I'm going to rest.
All I have is just a few hours, and then I'm going to have a long weekend to myself.
This is not just an ordinary Friday. It's the very last Friday in the month of October.
Right. Whoa.
Wow, how time flies.
We should just be saying many thanks to God for bringing us all the way.
I remember when we started October 1, I was saying, whoa, happy Independence anniversary to Nigeria. And here we are again. It's 30th of October.
And very shortly we'll be saying sweet November is here again.
Okay.
Very best.
So we're going to get started with something on the impact of major road development with engineer Ekpo Duke. A lot of things have been going on around the city, and engineer Duke will be there to take us now and tell you one thing you need to know about major road development in the metropolis.
Of course, Friday brings you works and urban renewals, and while we bring you everything that needs to be appreciated in the beautiful city of Calabar and around the state, and probably the nation at large, we also bring those things that need to be brought to the forefront so that corrections could be made. We'll be going to Federal Agri Quarters, where landslide has eaten real deep into that part of the state, and they are calling on help from everybody that is involved.
Definitely, still calling on help. And there's a deplorable state of some street in Calabar. So we went to a particular street where human effort have not done us well. We are a clean state and we want the environment to be healthy, but some people around some neighborhood in Calabar South have turned an entire street to a dumping site of sort for refuse. And of course, there's a save our soul message from people of that area. So we'll bring you details of that in the course of the program.
Okay, so it's not just calling on the government
Definitely.
to come do something. Everybody has a part
to play, as it were.
Okay, Friday brings you a blend of virtually everything. So we'll be going into the entrepreneurial world to bring you something on the world of shoes. A lady who has decided to stand out, renew her mind, do something new in her environment, and then create some really beautiful shoes that anybody could use, both male and female.
When I hear it's a lady creating male shoes, I'm interested. Maybe one of those days just go there and appreciate her by buying one or two pairs, something like that.
Kudos to you then.
Definitely. At 8:30, hopefully, Emmanuel Chibuzo will be here, and at 9 o'clock, Emmanuel Chibuzo will be here to do us the world of sport, bring us all the details we need to hear, and then Okan will be here at 9 o'clock for the latest in the world of news from the local, national, and of course the international news.
Okay, Team Good Morning Cross River Friday has done a good one there to bring us something on laundry then and now, like going back down memory lane, what laundry used to be like by the stream side, having to heat it on rocks, and a whole lot of stuff, and then the dry cleaning we do now, and the new ways of doing laundry with machines, and a whole lot of stuff. Team Good Morning Cross River Friday brought you beautiful details just for your Friday morning delight.
Definitely, it's a potpourri of these, that, and that put together for you just for your viewing delight. Every Friday, it's always fun if you stay tuned to the program. My name is Inten Ekbang, and as usual, we will say thank you for welcoming us to your living room, to your office, to your bedroom, wherever you're watching us. This is Good Morning Friday, and the show has just begun.
Of course, my name is Mary Addy. Don't forget that on Fridays we love to bring you what we call the Entertainment Cafe. Everything that's happening in the world of entertainment will be yours this beautiful Friday morning if you do well to stay with us. My name is Mary Addy, and the show has just begun. Join us. Throughout Africa, societies that have been predominantly rural for most of their history were experiencing rapid and profound reorientation of their social and economic lives towards cities and urbanism. As ever greater number of people moved to small number of rapidly expanding cities, or as was often the case, a single main city, the fabric of life in both urban and rural areas changed in massive, often unforeseen ways, with the largest and one of most rapidly growing cities in sub-Saharan Africa, Nigeria. It has experienced the phenomenon of urbanization as thoroughly as any African nation. Modern urbanization in most African countries has been dominated by the growth of a single primate city, the political and commercial center of the nation. Its emergence was more often than not linked to the shaping of the country. Unlike most other nations, however, Nigeria had not just one or two but several other cities of major size and importance, a number of which were larger than most other national capitals in Africa. Nigerian urbanism, as in other parts of the world, is a function primarily of trade and politics. In the north, the great urban centers of Kano, Katsina, Zaria, Sokoto, the early Borno capitals and other cities served as entry points to the Saharan and Trans-Saharan trade, and as central citadels and political capitals for the expanding states of the northern savannah. They attracted large number of traders and migrants from their own hinterlands, and generally also included stranger quarters for migrants of other regions and nations. The concentration of wealth, prestige, political power, and religious learning in the cities attracted large number of migrants, both from the neighboring countryside and from distant regions. This influx occasioned the building of additional sections of the city to accommodate these strangers. Surrounding many of the large cities, there developed regions of relatively dense rural settlements where increasingly intensive agriculture was practiced to supply food and other products to the urban population. All over the world, development is certainly necessary, and in Nigeria, development has been on the increase in different sectors of the economy due to influx of people, and then businesses on the rise, ideas on the increase, and a whole lot of other factors. In Calabar, where change has become the order of the day and development is on the increase, I'm going to be speaking to one of the major agents of change. He's been into road construction for years, construction of infrastructure. He is Engineer Ebo Duke. I'm going to be talking to him on the impact of major road development. It's good to have you here.
Thank you very much.
How long have you been in this?
8 years.
8 years in the business. Wow, what has this experience been like?
From one level to another level, you have different challenges for each and every site you get to. Yeah.
And I guess having to travel around Nigeria.
Yeah, a bit, yeah.
So we can say it's been fun all the way,
yeah.
despite the challenges.
Knowing different people, different cultures, and different challenges, solving people's needs, especially when it comes to infrastructural growth. Yeah.
And I guess it's been more of road development and stuff like that. Yeah, or am I wrong there?
Road development, construction, building constructions, and drainages and all. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the roads now. What constitutes major road development?
With the influx of people coming to a particular settlement, gives rise to an access in and out. First, that's one. Then secondly, if you have a business opportunity in a particular location, a particular catchment area, you also need people to access and bring in goods and take out goods. That's one of the major factors of having a road, introducing a road in a particular geographical region. Yeah.
When you get started, like you're called and you get to a site, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
You have a reconnaissance. That's like a survey. See what is obtainable there, how you could get your materials, the number of people that are in that geographical region, and the kind of road you could actually introduce, because you can't use, for example, you can't use a 600 mm road in a place like Akpabio, where you have a lot of trucks coming in and out of this thing. So you have to take into recognition the kind of cars that are going to ply that road, the number of cars that are plying, and the number of pedestrians there too. A growth rate around that place, then you could say, okay, yes, we could have a size of road with social width and all that. Yeah.
Okay, and is there something to measure the depth of the road or something?
Yes, that comes with the survey. With the survey, yeah.
So you know how deep the road is going to be and how long it's going to last?
Yeah, the depth of the road, already there's what they call the soil, the topsoil. So we have to excavate and now use a suitable material, what they call suitable material, what you also call laterite. Use a suitable material to see, okay, if the underlying surface is not suitable enough to take the road that you're going to put, you have to take out. So when you see a good material, a good, what they call subgrade. When you get that, you now put your laterite, then your stone base, depending on the type of cars that are coming in, the type of trucks and everything that are coming in. You can now have laterite, stone base, then your asphalt here.
Okay, what happens when a big truck starts using roads that are meant for smaller vehicles?
Yeah, it's like, let me use the business of examples. If you have, like, you have a big hand, okay, you have a small hand, or you have a big hand, and you're trying to mold.
No, let's make it easier. We have this and we have that.
You have this, and I'm trying to. Okay, I'm using a big hand. You're having a big hand, okay, and you're trying to press a small lump of gari. What happens when you press it? You have it swallows it, and you can actually see that some come out, the shapes, everything. So that's how most of the cracks on the road you see right now. That's how it starts. Also, too, considering the time they constructed the road, how long it has taken for the road to age of the road, and also to the expected growth of that road. How long has it been? And what's okay? For example, they constructed this road for bikes at that era.